Iron Maiden is one of the greatest heavy metal bands to ever walk the face of the earth. They are living metal gods that not only changed the entire genre, but also impacted heavy metal and its subculture in massive ways. There are few bands that can even dare compare themselves to Maiden, because everyone knows that this band is made up of living demons and rebels looking to headbang till the end of time.
What do today's young people really want?
You wanna rock!
And it doesn't turn out to be much more complicated than that. If you had gone to Saturday's show looking for some exotic or subversive youth subculture, you'd have been disappointed. It was just energy, spectacle, and some teenage rebellion. And that's what rock and roll has always been about.
A lot of people don't know this, but Iron Maiden actually started out as a band within the new wave of British heavy metal. They were pioneers that blew everyone away, especially because early on they had a different singer before Bruce Dickinson took over. And while their sound was very similar to how they would sound in the 80s, there was a raw power that was different. His voice wasn't clean, but it was rough and hardcore. It fit perfectly with the horror aesthetic that they had going on, and if I had to imagine how Eddie sounds like when he sings, I'd instantly think of Paul. In fact, I'm almost certain Paul and Eddie are the same person, because Eddie was like a mirror into a soul that was made out of pure badassery and metal power. I know there has been a lot of debate amongst fans on who the better singer is, Bruce or Paul. Personally, I think that they were both perfect for each period in Iron Maiden's life. They both contributed a lot and helped shape the band into the metal gods we know them as today. Bruce had a much more powerful and cleaner voice than Paul. He could hold notes longer and sing them much higher, while Paul always sounded like a rough rebel on the run from the law. They are both legendary.
I am the master of metal and I bring you.
You'll take my life, but I'll take
Maiden,
yours too.
Bon Jovi, Scorpion, Whitesnake, Accept, Motorhead, Rush, and Saxon, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, and Dio. Devastating, decibel-laden, no-messing metal from the master of metal. Get it now.
Iron Maiden might be the most iconic heavy metal band in history. Not only did they have an insane influence on the genre and thousands of other bands that would follow, especially in the 80s, but they also introduced a lot of elements that are now taken for granted.
Take an amazing voyage to somewhere in time. The new album from Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden. Catch them somewhere on tour, sometime in early 1987. Somewhere in time on Capitol.
The whole horror fantasy aesthetic was strongly popularized by them, and while they may not have been the first band to use those elements, they were by far the most successful and influential one. Later on, they also added a whole D&D aesthetic to their music, which is one of the reasons why a lot of 80s metal loves to sing about stuff like dragons, knights, warriors, witches, and magic. Iron Maiden helped develop this sound, and honestly, a large chunk of heavy metal would look completely different without Maiden.
More music for your eyes. More Sony Video 45. You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too. Heavy metal from Iron Maiden with Trooper and Number of the Beast. Run to the Hills. And Flight of Icarus. Own your favorite videos. Sony Video 45s. Available at record or video stores. Or call to order your Video 45 today.
It's thanks to them that the genre got this over-the-top, larger-than-life feeling and sound. They made music that was moving mountains and booming across the entire universe. Watching their shows is like watching a spectacle and witnessing something incredible. It's not just music, it's something that fills you up with metal energy and forces your entire body to rock and roll. Bruce Dickinson fit perfectly into the 80s because his voice was booming and resonated through entire arenas, almost like that of an opera singer. He gave Iron Maiden a larger-than-life sound, almost like they weren't from this world, which was honestly perfect because songs like The Trooper or Number of the Beast are simply not within Paul's vocal range.
You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too. The feel the sound, the time begins.
Paul, on the other hand, kept the band closer to his punk roots and also to the new wave of British heavy metal. Out of all the bands within that genre, Iron Maiden was the biggest by far, and they arguably helped shape it the most.
Warning, there's more heavy sounds on Axe Attack Volume 2 with Rainbow, Def Leppard, Scorpions and Whitesnake, Rush, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Gillan, Motorhead, and the best of the rest on this amazing album, Axe Attack Volume 2, out now from K-Tel.
Just like Saxon, Maiden popularized the whole battle jackets and denim look, but they also helped heavy metal stand out and turn into its own thing. They gave metal and metal hats a voice that made them unique and a sort of new counterculture. What I also really love about Iron Maiden is how their sound is strongly tied to their mascot, Eddie the Mummy, or whatever metal-made creature he's supposed to be. I honestly can't even think about the band without instantly having a picture of Eddie pop into my head. It feels like their music is almost defined by him, and like you can't have Iron Maiden without him. It just wouldn't be the same because he also perfectly symbolizes the heavy metal spirit. Raw, dangerous, and aggressive.
Honey, it's getting close to midnight. The sun is creeping in the sky. I was a young man full of hopes and dreams. Sometimes things ain't what they seem. Set me free. Stranger in a strange land.
To me, Iron Maiden will always be one of the greatest heavy metal bands in history. The impact and influence they had was massive, and their music will live on forever. They are living legends who, just like Eddie, will continue headbanging even when they're gone.
There goes the siren that warns out the air raid. Fly to live to fly. Of the world that is Anthony Ramsey.
Virtually everybody I know who's seen one of our shows expecting some sort of social curse or dreaded, some sort of phenomenon that's going to corrupt the morals of their town, what they see is 7,000 or 10,000 young kids, and people really from 15 to 25, having a great time, enjoying themselves with a show that delivers a lot of value for money.